Is your outreach process working? Are you sending enough outreach messages every day to get enough leads, appointments, and clients? Or are you sending outreach messages and you're getting appointments and they're no showing you? Or maybe you're getting appointments, but they're cold as ice. They're not paying in full. They're bad clients. I've been through all the problems that come with outreach. In total, I'd have to tally it up, but I've probably sent around 1 million outreach messages. And in this video, I want to condense everything that I know to this one specific principle. And the reason I'm giving you a principle is they stick forever. Strategies and scripts, like here's the new outreach script, that works for a month. But principles always work. And it took me $100,000 that I've spent out of my own damn pocket, which it hurts, dude, 100 grand I've spent to learn this exact principle. I'm going to give it to you. All right, so pay attention. This isn't a fancy video. Just watch this Loom video, apply it to your outreach, and you will make a whole lot more money. That's my promise to you if you watch this, okay? So during the time of me sending outreach, I used to send 250 DMs a day manually. I was the guy that I would go to the gym, I'd be on the treadmill sending messages, I'd be on the toilet sending messages. If I didn't hit my daily goal for messages sent, I was going to be a broke, poor boy that had to go back to college, right? So I did it manually. That's what got me to about 5 to 10 grand a month. And then I scaled after that using VAs, using software, using AI to be able to send 1,000 DMs a day plus. And I've been able to make hundreds of thousands of dollars from outreach itself. And like I mentioned at the beginning, I've been through all the problems. I've been with accounts getting banned every week, ending up in hidden request folder, getting low booking rates, prospects not showing up, low trust on sales calls. My goal here is to help you avoid these problems because nobody's talking about this online that's teaching outreach. Nobody. The people teaching outreach are telling you what script to use and what follow-up message to send. They're not giving you the principle behind making it actually work, okay? So if you're a marketer, you understand how any marketing funnel operates, right? You have top of funnel, middle funnel, bottom funnel. You have to generate attention. You have to nurture the attention and convert the attention. And you might understand this, or maybe you don't. But even if you do, most people, they don't actually treat outreach like a funnel. You see what most people do, and maybe I can go on Miro board to kind of show you this a little bit better. But what most people do is they chase instant gratification. Who knew? If you're 20 years old, you're sending outreach, you're watching TikTok for 4 hours a day, you want instant gratification. You want that dopamine hit. And you know what the highest dopamine hit is? It's to do the simple way. It's to do the easy way, which is to send an outreach message, DM, text, it doesn't matter where, and immediately try and get people onto a sales call and then give you money. This is the lowest barrier to entry, easiest outreach process. But guess what? Easy doesn't always mean good. If it's easy, it means thousands of people are doing the exact same thing. And I'm here to tell you, if you're doing it like this, no wonder it's hard to get clients. No freaking wonder, because you're skipping a fundamental step in any type of funnel to get clients, which is the middle of funnel, which is something everybody is avoiding, which is like, hey, we're getting their attention through the outreach message we sent. But how are we nurturing them to get them to trust in us and our offer and how we can help them get what they want? How do we get them to believe that we are an authority and not somebody that they could just step down on and no show on us and not pay us in full and not be a good client? How do we build that authority so when people get onto the call, they are ready and prepared to hand us thousands of dollars? How is this possible? This is what I'm showing you, okay? So we understand top of funnel, middle funnel, bottom of funnel. Most fail with outreach due to skipping steps and aiming for immediate gratification. They send a pitch and it goes something like this, like, hey, John, I've been helping other HVAC companies scale with AI ads or whatever your unique mechanism is. Are you open to a call so I can show you how I can help you? Are you open? Or other people, they lead with the guarantee. I can get you 1 million clients in 30 days guaranteed or you don't pay. It is a terrible way to market. Terrible way to market. They book sales calls and one of the following things happens. They no-show, they're cold, they give objections. What I'm trying to tell you here is that the problems you're dealing with in your current outreach process, they are not problems. They are symptoms of a bigger problem. And here's the principle I wanted to give you. There's a principle that I follow inside of my business today, and it goes like this. People must first pay you with their attention, with their time. It's not free. They're paying you their time. They're paying you attention. That's why people say pay attention. They're paying you attention. We need to get them to pay attention before they pay from their wallet, before they get their damn American Express and slap it at you. They first must give you their attention. And if you go against this principle, that is why it's so hard to close deals. That is why it's so hard. And that's why you have to, charge cheap prices and give unrealistic guarantees and all this type of wild stuff people are doing to try and make money. There's two things that led me to realize this, okay? The first thing that I'm going to cover is I had to reverse engineer both why and how I spent over $100,000 on coaching, mentors, courses, and events. I tell this story a lot. I sold my car at 19 when I got started in business to buy Iman Gadzhi's course. And since then, there's been times I've put $10,000 on a credit card that I didn't have to buy a course. I've spent a lot of money on coaches, on mentors, on courses, events. A lot of them didn't turn out too well, but a lot of them are the reason that I'm, where I'm at today. But I wanted to understand, like, hey, Christian, why the hell did you buy this thing from this person? Why did you go and give a stranger across the country $10,000? And why was it so easy for you to say yes? I wanted to figure this out. So I researched it. And look at what my $100,000 research experiment showed me, okay? Out of every single time that I've sent somebody thousands of dollars, here's what I never did. I never saw an outreach message from them, and then I booked a call, and then I bought from them. I never did that. I never saw an ad, immediately booked a call and bought from them. I never saw a reel or one YouTube video, booked a call and bought. But you know what I did every single time? This is like, and I'm very hyped up about this because this is like the discovery that people need to understand. Go and look back at why you buy high ticket stuff. If you want to sell a high ticket service or program or course, go and look at why you bought the ones you did before. I know when I bought, every single time I sent somebody thousands of dollars, here's what my buying sequence looked like. I found them somewhere. I found them from an ad. I found them from a content piece. I found them because somebody told me to go watch their video. I found them from an outreach message maybe. I then went to their YouTube channel and I watched one video. Whichever one intrigued, I watched one video. And by the end of that video, I thought, dude, this guy's pretty good. Like, he kind of knows what he's talking about, man. You know what? He's not an idiot. Let me go watch another one. So I'd watched another YouTube video and I'm like, dude, this is good stuff. And then I watched another one. I'm like, bro, I'm getting what this guy's putting down. And then I watched another one. And it got to the point where I decided, hey, this guy, I watched so many of his, I paid him so much attention. And the attention I paid him, it gave me an ROI. He gave me the strategy. I implemented it. It made me money. This guy can probably make me a shit ton of money and save me loads of time because he's been in the exact spot that I'm currently in and knows my exact problems. I'm going to pay this guy. And here's the key part. I decided to buy his high ticket thing before I even spoke to him or his team. I decided to pay thousands of dollars before even booking a sales call. In your outreach process, do you send an outreach message and people are like wanting to buy before they even speak with you? Hell no. But it's the best way to buy because I was such a layup deal for these people. The second I got on the call, I'm like, dude, you don't need to sell me. Like, I know everything that you guys do. I know exactly how it works. Like, how do I sign up? And I realized this and I'm like, dude, this is the second thing. I'm like, bro, these guys are doing it. Meanwhile, by the way, as I was buying these programs and had this epiphany, like, holy crap, like, this is why I'm buying stuff. As I was going through this, look right here, as I was going through this every day during this time, I had 5 to 10 sales calls booked through outreach. I would get 40% of those sales calls roughly to show up. I'd get maybe 15% to close. And the ones that would close, they would split pay. They would have to finance it. I would have to take 2-hour calls to handle their objections and get them to just trust me to pay me a couple $1,000, dude. So I was going through all this pain as I discovered this. I said, fuck this. I was like, screw this, dude. I want to figure out how I can do that exact same process for myself. How can I get people to show up on a Zoom call and say, Christian, I trust you. You're an authority. I know you're good at what you do. How can I pay you money? That's what I wanted to do. That's literally it. And so I said, I'm going to replicate what these guys that I bought from did. I posted a couple YouTube videos sharing what I do, and I tried to help people make more money. And I woke up to inbound DMs from people asking me how they could pay to learn from me. Now, by the way, I'm going to tie this back into outreach. Like, you got to, like, just give me a second here. But I made my first 24K profit month doing so with just taking a couple sales calls. And it was like, this month I was like, I get it now. Like, I freaking get it now. So how does this tie into outreach? If we can build our outreach process in a way that follows the principle that I learned, which is people must first pay with their attention before they pay from their wallet, we can get all the benefits that come from outreach, which is consistent results. If we send 100 DMs, we're going to get 5 replies. We're going to get 1 call, consistent results. And we remove the cons, which is low trust, right? Low trust is the big problem that comes with the symptoms of low close rate, low show up rate, getting people to not pay in full, and all these different symptoms. So we're able to solve the root problem while still getting the benefits of outreach. Here is how we freaking do it, okay? So let's go over here. If we're going to be sending outreach messages, here's how I want to format it. Or here's like really the best way that I figured out how to format it, which by the way is crushing it. Like I have a guy, you got like 5 clients this past week doing this exact same process. Let's say we're doing DMs. And again, this could be text, cold call, whatever. This is the top of funnel, right? And just think about it like this. This is the top of funnel. This is how we're getting their attention. This is just getting them to know that we exist, right? But here's what we want to do. We don't just want to get anybody to start a conversation with us, to watch a video, and to try and sell anybody. We want to get a specific person, I'll put this one in this different color here, to explicitly state that they either have a pain or desire to achieve something. This is the key. This is the key principle that you need to do inside of your outreach to make sure that the people that are getting to know that we exist are people that we can sell to. So our DM, no matter how we structure it, and you can get as creative as possible as you want, but the question, what we should be aiming towards in this outreach message is seeing if they have any level of pain when it comes to X, Y, and Z problem we might be able to help them solve, right? And maybe I can give you an example of this, right? Let's say that we're selling to, I don't know, plumbers. And let's say we're texting them or we're cold calling or whatever. Let's just say we're texting them. We're like, yo, not sure if you've been dealing with this, but I've been speaking with other plumbers and the biggest issue they're facing is just getting consistent appointments in the calendar every day. If this is something you're going through, man, I'd love to just maybe give you some value and showcase a video on how I helped X, Y, and Z plumber get 30 appointments this month. And the way you want to format this is you can tell that, this is just off the top of my head, but this approach is not a very direct salesy approach. It's not like a direct response marketing approach where it's like, hey, I have this thing. Do you want to hear more about how this can help you? It is an approach where we're simply trying to get them to opt in and raise their hand and respond to us. Just say sure or thumbs up or whatever, and get them to admit like, hey, I might have this pain, right? And so one of the best things that I've found is the actual thing that we give away, the lead magnet for our outreach message could just be a YouTube video that either solves a pain or gets them to a desire, right? And so if I'm doing an outreach message trying to get this plumber to 30 grand a month, and maybe their biggest pain is inconsistent appointments and relying on referrals, and maybe their biggest desire is just getting to 6 figures, let's say 6 figures. We can go and try 2 different approaches. Maybe the first approach is we go and make a YouTube VSL style video where we showcase them exactly how they can stop relying on referrals and start getting consistent deals through X, Y, and Z thing that we have. Maybe it's an AI ad system or whatever you want to call it. And so we ask them like, hey, not sure if you've been dealing with this, but if so, I have a video that shares how I helped this other guy do this, right? And that's leaning into pain. If it's towards desire, we could say, hey, not sure if you're trying to get to 6 figures this year, but I made a video breaking down how I helped this other plumber get to 6 figures. If you don't have a case study, then you obviously just don't mention it. And your offer should reflect that. If you don't have a result that you've done the thing for yourself or for somebody else, you shouldn't be charging up front for it just yet. That's the mistake I made. It took me 8 months to get my first client because I wasn't deserving of charging up front. And yet I thought I was entitled to charge thousands of dollars up front. Like I was so naive, dude. But understand that, right? We're doing the DM to get some level of pain or desire. And once they say yes, which is our view of like an opt-in, here's where the sequence goes. We have one of 2 routes. So let me go like this. There's one of 2 things that could happen here, or one of 2 things that should happen here. A is we first of all send them the video. So we get them to go on YouTube. And again, the goal is not just to consume that one video, but we want it to be an actual like ecosystem, like a world where they can go, they can watch this video that we sent them. They could go watch a case study video. They could go watch a video on how we started our plumbing business. We want them. The goal here is to get them to not only watch the VSL like sales asset video we sent them, but also to go and consume video 2 and video 3. And video 4, because the more time they spend with us, the more they're going to trust us, the more they're going to see us as an authority, the more attention they pay us, which is the more money we make. Because here's a simple equation or just like a graph for you to think about. Let's say up here is the price of our offer. And right here is the amount of time that they spent with us, right? The more you charge, the more time somebody's going to have spent with you. So if you want to charge $5,000 to solve a problem that ideally can make the person $50,000 or more back, they're going to have to spend a whole lot of time with you. Versus if you charge $100, they're going to have to spend, little to no time in order to pay you, because the more money somebody has to give you, the more they have to trust you, obviously, right? Like, you're not going to go and buy $1 million house and not even see the house. You know what I mean? Like, the more money you charge, the more time they need to spend with you and attention they need to give to the thing. So if we want to charge more, we're going to have to get them to spend more time with us, which means more videos for them to go and consume. And think about it like this. Like, you don't have to think to become like, oh, this big content creator. Just think about it like this. If we need to get somebody to trust us, I was doing it on my sales calls anyways. The 2-hour-long sales calls I was taking, I was telling them my story and how the process worked for other people and how it handled their objections by showing them these little things that they were concerned about. What if I just leveraged my time and did that on videos that I knew they wanted to see anyways, instead of just telling it to them on a sales call? That's all we're doing. We're just leveraging our time on video to tell them the same things they need to hear to be able to buy from us. So we're sending them the video, and while we're doing that, we're going into appointment setting mode, which is digging on the actual, sorry, it keeps going to eraser here. It's us digging on the pain point, right? So asking them questions to figure out, well, dude, how long have you been struggling or how long have you been trying to scale the plumbing business, right? Or how long have you been trying to get to 6 figures? Or what have you tried to get there before? And the end goal here, whether it's through setting or through auto booking through the description of the video, is to get them to one place, which is a call. And so once you get them on a call, then you simply, like, that call is 10 times more warm. So these are like terrible drawings, terrible handwriting, but hopefully you just understand the actual process we go through, which is the DM, the top of funnel, is to get them to state some type of pain or desire, get them to opt in and say sure to receiving a video that could help them solve X, Y, Z pain or get X, Y, and Z desire. Then our middle of funnel, if I go down a little bit here, our middle of funnel right here is to continue the conversation. We don't want to just send them the video and like, hey, good luck, I hope you booked through the video. No. These people are busy, dude. We want them to consume the video, but we also want to have that appointment setting conversation with them. Here's another thing that we can do. Let's say we send them the video. So here's an example flow. Like, hey, John, I helped another plumber get consistent appointments using this AI ad system. Would love to share a video showcasing how he was able to do it in case that's something you're looking to achieve as well. And they say, sure. Then we'll be like, awesome. Here's a link to the video. We send them our YouTube video. And then again, the goal is we keep suggesting more and more videos after they watch it on YouTube and they go see our channel, they go watch more and more and get pre-sold. And eventually these guys would also auto book. So just through the description, they'll book a sales call. Those are the calls that show up at 90%, close at 60% plus. But all the people that don't auto book, we should be setting them in some way, shape, or form. So this setting could be straight through the DM, the same platform they're on. This could be a call if you get their phone number. This could be an email, right? And then what we want to do is we want to have this setting conversation. Let's say they book a call just through the setting and they still haven't watched the video. Well, when they book, instead of just calling us a call here, let's say book. When they book, we then want to send them to the videos before they actually get onto the call, right? So this is getting kind of complicated, so I'll come back here. But think about it like that. We're having the conversation in the DMs or wherever you're outreaching them to. We're asking them questions. We're then getting them to book a call on our calendar. And once they book, the time between the call and when we booked it, during that time, we want to send them to our channel to consume and spend and pay as much attention as we can possibly get them to pay. And the more attention they pay us in that period before the call, the higher chances they show up and close. Given that your content's actually valuable. Because the wrong content, it could actually hurt your sales. It could lose trust. And so I guess like the caveat to all this and the reason why more people don't post content in the first place is a lot of these guys, they're not confident. Maybe you're not confident enough that you can get in front of a camera and show the person you're trying to serve that you can actually help them. That is a problem in itself. And that's why it's hard to close deals, because you're not even confident yourself that you can talk about the thing you're helping them with. That's wild. That's bananas. So you should focus on getting better at the thing. If it's ads that you're running, if it's a diet that you're helping them get on, like whatever the offer is, get better at it. Talk to ChatGPT. Go and work with people for free. Go get good at the thing so you can show up in front of a camera and be confident that you have a process that can actually solve the problem they have. And if you have that confidence and you make these videos, a couple different style videos that we can go into, valuable videos showcasing your process, personal videos talking about your story, your journey, how you found this thing, social proof videos, so proof videos, case study videos, videos showing how you did the thing that you're selling, all that type of stuff. If you blend those styles of content together, you're going to have a YouTube channel that does all the selling for you. And that's exactly what I help people do. So if you want my help building this system out, you can go down below and talk to me. We can build a game plan together to getting you to 30 grand a month plus. And besides that, if you're not ready for that, just keep watching my content, man. Keep paying me attention. And I love you, bro. I appreciate you watching. And I really hope this helps, seriously. Because if you do this, like, this will make you a lot of money. It's not the easy route. Making content's not easy. Being a great communicator is not easy. But it's required. And as Hormozi says, just do what's required, brother. All right? Hope you enjoyed. Take care.